everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here to do a Diesel update. And this is the third time I'm trying to record this. Third time's the charm, right? Hopefully. I've been interrupted by my daughter 2 times now, so I'm just starting over because I feel like the last 2 times I've tried to do this, I end up super rambly. And so I'm gonna try to stay focused on the update and have kind of a clear picture of what's going on. If you don't know, Diesel is 3.5 and he is autistic. He was diagnosed in March, and he recently, in March, we were able to get him started in a private school, private preschool, where he receives 7 hours of therapy a day. It started off with 6 hours of therapy a day for Monday through Friday, but they decreased his nap time from 2 hours to 1 hour so they could increase his therapy by an hour. So he receives ABA therapy, is the type of therapy he's receiving. So when I drop him off at school, I usually drop him off around 8 o'clock in the morning, and then I pick him up around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's kind of like a daycare day slash school day for him. I pay a daycare fee on top of the medical billing for all the therapy sessions. So there's that. He has a team of what they call techs. So they're not actual therapists that work with him. I call them his teachers. So he has a team that works with him. He has one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and they kind of rotate them so that they don't get burnt out on a kid and the kid doesn't get burnt out on them, which I think is a great idea. He absolutely loves it. He's never put up a struggle when we go there. He's super happy to walk through that door and say hi to all the techs, and he's super excited to be there. It is the most positive place, I swear. Like, if any kid could go and get that much positivity throughout the day, I feel like the world would be a better place. So ABA therapy, really, he just gets constant praise and positivity every time he does something right. So if he waves hi to someone, they're like, "Great waving, Diesel!" You know, and they're just like, "Hi, Diesel!" And everyone says hi to him and bye to him, and he just has a good time there. Within his day at school, they have circle time with all the other kids at the school. He has a music class and an art class that they implemented. He also has outdoor, like, recess playtime outside, where they have like swings and slides and sandboxes, and they'll set up water activities sometimes. And then they also have a small indoor gym that he gets a chance to play in as well. So he absolutely loves it there. And it's really neat to see just the whole process of how these little daily things that they do with him, how overall it ends up advancing him and making improvements with his communication or his behavior or just all that stuff. He actually does not have very many like behavioral issues. He doesn't really have meltdowns. I could probably count on one hand like the number of tantrums slash meltdowns, whatever you want to call, that he's had. He's very laid back. He has a very laid back, easygoing personality. So that makes like the day for him just pretty great, because transitioning from activity to activity, he's fine with doing that. I would feel like the biggest struggle at school is actually lunchtime, which is so funny. Like, you wouldn't think, and I would not have thought that when we first started there, that lunchtime would be the issue. But he has a very limited diet, and he's so used to being at home with me where he gets to pick out kind of what he wants to eat. And he has his ways of letting me know what he wants to eat, and we can pretty much figure out what he wants to eat, versus there he's eating out of a lunchbox of what I packed him. So that, I think, probably has been his biggest struggle there, is actually lunchtime, which is so funny because, like, I feel like my other kids, when they're at school, their favorite time of the day is probably lunch and recess, you know? So one thing great about his school, they have, so how his, like, the school set up is they have one side of the school that's more like typical preschool classrooms, and then they have the other side, which is for the younger kids, which Diesel is. He's 3.5, so he has his own individual room. And I think on Instagram I showed a picture of his door that goes into his room, and in his room he has a toddler bed, and then they have like a shelf with like toy bins, and then they have a little table where they do table time. So eventually he'll transition into the other side with like the preschool, more of the preschool atmosphere. But I just cannot express how much we love it there and how much he loves it there. And yeah, so what they are going to be working on with him right now are receptive commands and just his understanding of receptive things. So they were working on come here, which he does. When you say come here to him, he does listen and come to me. So like if I want to change his diaper, I can say come here, and he'll stop whatever he's doing and come to me. And obviously that's a type of command that also is like a safety issue. So if we're out and about, I can say come here and he'll come to me. And then they're gonna start working on stop. And that's so, I mean, it's a safety thing. So if you're out somewhere and takes off, which he's done like at a playground, he's usually pretty good with sticking within the realm of the playground. But if he takes off, I can say stop, come here. And hopefully, you know, he'll be able to acknowledge that and listen to it and process it, and then come back to me. So let's see. So they're working on that, receptive commands. They're also going to start working on imitating like mouth movements, and that obviously is a precursor to speaking. So they're working on like imitating blowing, sticking out his tongue, and then opening his mouth up, and just like imitating like mouth movements to get him really focused on that. And then they're also going to start implementing the PEC system with him. So obviously from all this you gather that he's not speaking. So he doesn't speak at all. He has no words right now. So they're going to start the PEC system, which is just the picture system where he can point to a card or hand you a card of what he wants, and it's like the initial way of learning to communicate for him. So they're doing that, and then we're gonna have to start doing that at home as well. And then oh, and then also like the initial sounds of words. So they're gonna, the sound that he says the most is actually the sound, the M sound, and it's probably from like milk is one of his favorite things. So when he was in actual speech therapy, I kind of started that with him, like milk, milk, and the M sound is just something he's very strong with. So they're gonna start with that sound and start writing down all the sounds that they hear him make, and kind of have him, when he's requesting something, making the initial sound for the word. And that's something they're gonna work on. I think the other big thing is we have a Disney vacation coming up, and he's been to Disney World twice before. So obviously previously he was younger, so he was in a stroller most of the time, and he's never had a problem with being in a stroller, and it was fine. It worked really, really well. But since he's 3.5 now, we have to start thinking about transitioning out of the stroller and having him walk more. I will walk with him like from the car into a store. So if I park at Target, he'll hold my hand and walk into the store perfectly fine. There's no issue there. Or even at school, I park far away from the door and he holds my hand and we walk down the sidewalk into the front door. So he's pretty good about holding my hand. But I know if it's someplace busy like Disney World or just any type of outing, I want something like a backup versus just him holding my hand. So I got the backpack harness thing and tried it out once. The first time I tried it, we just walked around my neighborhood and he didn't seem to have that big of a problem wearing it. But then I tried it again, and my battery's dying now. I tried it again and he didn't like it at all. So if that's the route I decide to go, they said at his school they can work with it with him and get him just adjusted to wearing it. You know, safety is the biggest concern there. So other than that, that's kind of how things are going. The other big struggle, we kind of had a week or two of like him having an issue going to bed at night, but he's kind of moved beyond that and he's gone back to his normal self of going to bed super easily. He's never had an issue with like going to sleep at night or nap time and stuff. So the other big issue is just food. He has such a limited diet. He loves like cracker type items, bread, like pancakes, French toast, any of that bread stuff he loves. He loves drinking milk. He loves like fruit snack, gummy type things. And he used to eat so many fruits. Like he used to eat bananas, strawberries, grapes, watermelon, peaches, pears, and he's just dropped all those off, and he just will not eat those anymore. He will eat strawberries once in a while now. So that's something in the future though. Right now I'm kind of like, if he's eating, he's gaining weight fine, he's gaining his calories in, I'm not gonna deal with that right now. And then I think a little bit more in the future we'll work on the food stuff. Another issue is like potty training. I'm not even gonna address that until after our vacation. So we'll see, like maybe like in the winter sometime or beginning of next year, like January. We'll move into that, but I will do updates regularly with you guys and just let you know. So if you have any questions or specific issues you want me to talk about with him, just leave a comment below and let me know those. Other than that, this is just kind of a little update for you guys to let you know what we're doing and how he is doing and how everything's going. So thanks for watching, you guys. Hit thumbs up, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm thinking about doing an update with him maybe once every 6 weeks, once every 2 months, once a month, somewhere in that realm. Unless someone has like a specific question you want me to address, maybe I can make a video on that too. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.